It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. Woo! Wow. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. Thank you, folks, for tuning in to the live stream of Word Hoax Public Tournament. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We've got a slate of players waiting backstage, about to get on here and just crush it. We run this public tournament every Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also because we can give out some sweet prizes. So as our players are filtering in, let's remind the folks what everyone's playing for this morning. Besides fame and glory, an exclusive IOU NFT. Let me pull up the picture real quick. It's a beaut, folks. This is it. So this is a unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT that's actually an IOU for another NFT that is coming from a 10,000 drop from Story Squad. So although the current estimated cash value of the IOU NFT is $100 US, that's not the full value of NFTs. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry about that. I cut it off a little early, but I think you get the point. Long story short, this is some good stuff right here. All right, so I'm going to start bringing in our players, and we'll just bring everybody in here. We've got Tasha, we've got Mark, we've got Darwin, we've got Justin, and we've got Baggins, all playing for one of these exclusive IOU NFTs today. So here's the ground rules. Here's how we're going to play, folks. I'm going to read a word, a person's name, or a movie title. And you have a set time limit to supply a trick definition for that word, person, or movie title that sounds plausible enough other players might guess that definition. So no Googling is allowed. Try to keep it PG-13 here, folks. This is a family show. And once time expires, we will read out the fake definitions along with the real one and guess around the room. You get points if other players pick your fake definition, or if you select the correct definition. You can select your own definition in an attempt to sway the opinion of the other players. However, you would not receive a point for your own vote. Round 1, we'll define a word. Round 2, we will write a biography of a person. And round 3, we'll write out the plot of a movie title. After that, we crown a champion for the day and update the running leaderboard accordingly. And before we get underway, let's just take one quick look at the leaderboard right now. So last week we played 2 rounds, and it was Harrison ended up taking the week with 9 total. Tim Avatar currently in second place with 6, Sackville Baggins with 5, Orlando with 2, Tasha's wife with 1. Tasha did not get on the board, but that's how you know she's a champion, because she's back today, ready to play, ready to take it on. So, whoo! All right, are you folks ready to play out there?
Oh yeah.
Getting some thumbs up. All right. Very good. That was a long spiel to just get to where we are right now. The first word of the day, I'm putting 63 seconds on the clock. The first word of the day is epi-eric. Epi-eric. So I'm starting this game right now. I'll pull up the word here for the folks watching at home so that they can see what I was trying to say. Epi-eric. A hush falls over the players. 40 seconds left. We've got our first answer in, coming in from Darwin. Not playing around with that time limit. We've got 10 seconds left here, folks. Justin is in. Mark my word is in. Tasha and Baggins both getting in right before the buzzer. So let's read these definitions. Epi-eric is number one, an oozing wound. Number two, long narrative on any educational subject. Number three, a style of Greek play known for twisting plots. Number four, describing the part of a sea that lies over a continental shelf. Number five, artwork made from wood, clay, metal, or plastic materials. Or number six, any substance that is stable near acidic or other substances. Interesting slate of answers here. So again, epi-eric. Number one, an oozing wound. Number two, a long narrative on any educational subject. Number three, a style of Greek play known for twisting plots. Number four, describing the part of a sea that lies over a continental shelf. Number five, artwork made from wood, clay, metal, or plastic materials. Or number six, any substance that is stable near acidic or other substances. So those are your options. We're going to start the voting, and we'll begin with our current stand-in for the overall leaderboard, Baggins. Not currently atop, but in third place. But, you know, since Tim Avatar and Harrison aren't here, you're the one representing.
I'll take it. The technicality doesn't matter. I think Tom, I'm going to go with. Why don't we go the twisty plot, the Greek play? Is that number two?
Number three.
Number three.
A style of Greek play known for twisting plots. Interesting. Any insight into why you selected that, or are you gonna take
Just
that?
Going with the gut. Just
going with the gut. All right. Very good. Let's go to Tasha. Tasha, what are your thoughts here?
You know, I was going to go with four, but I think I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go with three. Baggins has a really good lead, you know, so I'm going to.
Last time this happened, the whole game flipped.
That's true. I guess we'll see.
That is a good point. Last Thursday, Tasha flanked Baggins as well, giving the entire round to a perfect sweep to Harrison. So you're going to continue with this strategy.
I'm going to double down and see if it happens again.
Doubling down on Baggins. Let's see if that pays off. Let's go now to Justin. Justin, what are your thoughts here on the situation?
I'm torn between a few of them, but I think I'll try to zag where Bag and Tasha are going, and I'm going to go with the C, as in SEA, the sea shelf definition.
Describing the part of a sea that lies over a continental shelf.
That one.
Very good. Yeah. Taking a tack to the zag. Darwin, what say you?
6, Tom. Let's go with 6.
Number 6, any substance that is stable near acidic or other substances. And last but not least, mark my word, what do you think here?
I'll go with the fifth one. I think it's a material.
The fifth one, an artwork made from wood, clay, metal, or plastic materials. All right. So we've got our definitions in. We'll submit these guesses. Honorable mentions, Mark My Word with a long narrative on any educational subject, and Darwin with an oozing wound, not getting any votes. Tasha getting a vote. Any substance that is stable near acidic or other substances, getting Darwin. Baggins snagging Mark My Words vote with artwork made from wood, clay, or plastic material. And Justin, the big winner this round, getting a style of Greek play for twisting plots, snagging Tasha and Baggins. The strategy of flanking Baggins obviously not paying off for Tasha this round. Justin also getting the real definition of epieric, which is describing the part of the sea that lies over the continental shelf. So,
was that number 4?
That was number 4. That was Tasha. You were on it. And yeah, that's tough. So this is what it is, I guess. The North Sea, apparently. That's an epieric sea for anybody curious if that was actually a thing. Wow. So here we go. I mean, Justin off to a hot start with 3, Tasha with 1, Baggins with 1, Mark My Word, and Darwin still trying to get on the board, but that's why we have 3 rounds. Let's see. I'm going to put 68 seconds on the clock for our next word, and that is, or the person, and that person is Mary Hayes. Mary Hayes is the definition there, and I just need to upload it because I did not right before. So now we're just going to sit here awkwardly while I copy and paste it out of my definitions. What are your thoughts on that, folks? Yeah, dead air. Never that's never good for a live stream.
I love copy paste. Is my favorite function.
You know, I actually remember when I learned that Control C was like the shortcut and Control V, and it really changed my life. That's all I have to say about that. All right. Now, all right. 68 seconds, and I'm getting a loading screen. There was a problem, and I'll try again. All right.
It's up for me.
It's up for me.
Oh, it's up for you guys? All right.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, have at it. Oh, here we go. I'm back in.
The timer ran out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm locked out actually. So it looks like Darwin, Mark My Word, and Baggins submitted. Is that correct? I
Yes.
don't know. I'm gonna have to drop you guys a new lobby game. I'm sorry. That's because I can't get back in as the host. I'm looking at it as a player. It looks like. So this is one of the beauties of doing live streams. Am I right? Am I right? That's the all right. So Let me give you guys a new invite code. The last 4 letters on your URL is ZDZK. ZKDK. Excuse me. ZKDK. And I'll drop that in the chat here. And then I need to upload the definition again, and then we'll be out on the field. Just to technology and robots, right? Or animals, but it's always tough to work with them. So, and that's why Jaws, was such a tough movie, right? Because it was a robotic shark. All right, so here we go. We're back in it, and I'm going to start this with 60 seconds. And so if you guys want to refill your definition of Mary Hayes, that would be fantastic. All right, Darwin is in. 15 seconds left on the board. Mark my word, Justin, Tasha, will Baggins get in? And he does right before the definitions or the timer expires. Mary Hayes. Number 1, letting others make inconsequential decisions to do something more fun. Number 2, immortalized by her nickname Molly Pitcher, Hayes fought in the Revolutionary War after her husband fainted during battle and now has a rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike dedicated to her. Number 3, an environmental activist from the great state of Wyoming. Number 4, the name Mary Hayes is most popularly represented by the character in the self-titled British horror novel. Number 5, Mary Hayes, who is known by her stage name Celine Dion, is a 12-time Grammy Award-winning artist from Canada. Or number 6, lost to history, this librarian was Melvin Dewey's unattributed collaborator for inventing the Dewey Decimal System. Wow, some interesting definitions for Mary Hayes here. Number 1, letting others make inconsequential decisions to do something more fun. Number 2, immortalized by her nickname Molly Pitcher, Hayes fought in the Revolutionary War after her husband fainted during battle and now has a rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike dedicated to her. Number 3, environmental activist from the state of Wyoming. Number 4, the name Mary Hayes is most popularly represented by the character in the self-titled British horror novel. Number 5, Mary Hayes, who is known by her stage name Celine Dion, is a 12-time Grammy Award-winning artist from Canada. And number 6, lost to history, this librarian was Melvin Dewey's unattributed collaborator for inventing the Dewey Decimal System. Wow, so let's just start our voting here. And we're going to go to the current leader of the day, and that is Justin. What are your thoughts here on these biographies?
These are hard. I really don't want to go first. But
The price you pay for being great.
I know. I am going to go with a complete, a guess here. I will go with the librarian lost to history.
Lost to history, this librarian was Melvin Dewey's unattributed collaborator for inventing the Dewey Decimal System. Seems plausible. let's see. We also had Tasha. You have 1 point. So what are your thoughts here?
Dewey's collaborator. I'm gonna go with that one.
Flanking Justin. Justin did get the right definition last time, so let's see if this pays off for Tasha. Baggins, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking Celine Dion, Canada.
Celine
5?
Dion. That was number 5. Mary Hayes, known by her stage name Celine Dion, is a 12-time Grammy award-winning artist from Canada. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're named Mary Hayes, you got to spice that up somehow, right?
Yeah.
So Celine Dion might do it. Darwin, what are you thinking here?
Number 4, please.
Number 4, the name Mary Hayes is most popularly represented in the character or by the character in the self-titled British horror novel. Interesting. Have you read Mary Hayes before?
Not tell.
He's not telling us. Very coy, very coy. Mark my word. What say you?
I'll go with the second one.
The second one. Immortalized by her nickname Molly Pitcher, Hayes fought in the Revolutionary War after her husband fainted during battle and now has a rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike dedicated to her. Any insight on why you're picking that one?
I just want to applaud it for a very long. It's a very long definition, and all the effort is worth voting. it's worth
Very, very true. Long and oddly specific. Let's see if that pays off. So here we go. Some honorable mentions. Mark my word. Letting others make inconsequential decisions to do something more fun. Darwin, an environmental activist from the great state of Wyoming. Tasha, getting Darwin's vote with the name Mary Hayes is most popularly represented by the character in the self-titled British horror novel. Justin snagging Baggins' vote with Mary Hayes, known by her stage name Celine Dion, is a 12-time Grammy award-winning artist from Canada. Baggins getting it right back from Justin. Lost to history, this librarian was Melvin Dewey's unattributed collaborator for inventing the Dewey Decimal System. Also getting Tasha's vote. A little. I don't know if that's poetic justice. I'd have to look that up. But the real definition of Mary Hayes, immortalized by her nickname Molly Pitcher, Hayes fought in the Revolutionary War and now has a rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike dedicated to her. So here we go. This is Hayes right here. She was, working the cannon, getting the people the pictures, and then her husband passes out. What do? You hop in and you play some you get in there. So that's who would have thought? So now let's see. I'm gonna have to do some hand addition here. Justin adding to his lead with 1 has a total of 4. Tasha getting another point, and they've got 2. And then Baggins getting 2 as well for a total of 3. So Justin on top with 4, Baggins 3, Tasha 2, Mark my word getting on the scoreboard with 1, and Darwin still looking for that first point. But as we know, it only takes one round. It only takes one round here to snag everybody's vote and just take the title. So fear not, Darwin. Fear not. All right. And then for this last one, the movie title is The Crocodile Hunter, Collision Course. So that is the name of the movie that you will be describing. I'm putting 70 seconds on the clock so that you guys have a little extra time because, you never know. The movies are, I don't know, movies are movies, huh? All right. So timer starts now. The Crocodile Hunter, Collision Course. Justin is in. I'm adding 20 seconds to the clock just in case there's any stragglers out here willing to make a Darwin's in. We've got 5 seconds left. Okay, Baggins and Tasha, mark my word, all coming in here below the or right before the timer. And let's start reading these definitions. So the crocodile hunter, collision course. Number 1, a crocodile hunter finds himself thrust into the wild world of demolition derbies in rural Louisiana. What could go wrong? Number 2, the ferry boat moved across the water slowly. The shore was in sight. Mists and adventure beckoned as the traveling party descended into the dinghy, but suddenly a gnarly mutant gator emerges and changes everything. Number 3, Steve Irwin mistakes some CIA agents for poachers and sets out to stop them from capturing a wily croc, which, unbeknownst to him, has swallowed a tracking drone. Number 4, a movie about a group of South American hunters looking for crocodile skins that was caught in a smuggling war with another group, later discovering a terrorist act unfolding. Number 5, in a world where zoos are overrun by noisy American tourists, the crocodile hunter calls on his friend Crocodile Dundee to help them save Sydney's beloved National Zoo. Or number 6, in this American-made movie, Bill, the crocodile hunter navigates an epic tale about 2 crocodile families. All right, so is it number 1, a crocodile hunter finds himself thrust into the wild world of demolition derbies in rural Louisiana? What could go wrong? Number 2, the ferry boat moved across the water slowly. The shore was in sight. Mists and adventure beckoned as the traveling party descended into the dinghy, but suddenly a gnarly mutant gator emerges and changes everything. Number 3, Steve Irwin mistakes some CIA agents for poachers and sets out to stop them from capturing a wily croc, which, unbeknownst to him, has swallowed a tracking drone. Number 4, a movie about a group of South American hunters looking for crocodile skins that was caught in a smuggling war with another group, later on discovering a terrorist act unfolding. Number 5, in a world where zoos are overrun by noisy American tourists, the crocodile hunter calls on his friend Crocodile Dundee to help them save Sydney's beloved National Zoo. Or number 6, in this American-made movie, Bill, the crocodile hunter navigates an epic tale about 2 crocodile families. All right, so we're going to start voting. A lot of strong answers there.
Whoa.
A lot of strong answers.
Those extra 20 seconds really helped, Tom.
Yeah, it seems like it. Seems like it. So we got to stay with Justin, our current leader, holding on by a thread. What do you think here?
Oh, man. That is another tough one. I am going with... Oh, man. I'm going to go with the last one, the 2 crocodile families.
The last one. So what were you debating between and why?
The 2 American, there was 2 that mentioned American stuff that I liked. And so I went with the epic tale of 2 crocodile families, just as a coin toss.
Interesting. Doing the mental coin toss, settling on number 6. Let's see, Baggins. Where are you coming in here?
I really liked the plot within plot within plot of number 4. Was that the one with the smugglers? And there was also a terrorist plot. It seems like you're doing the sequel all within one movie.
Right. Just really packing as much in as possible. Yeah.
Like
okay. That seems plausible. Tasha, where are you falling on here?
You know, I was gonna go with the last one, with the 2 families, but I really feel that number 4 is probably it. So I'm gonna go with number 4.
Tasha following Baggins again, reversing her decision from earlier, flanking Justin. Let's see if this pays off.
The whole board game is that's the crux, Tasha.
Let's see. Mark my word. You're still in it. You've got a chance, but I think you got to get the right one. So a lot of pressure here.
I'll go with the second one.
The second one. The ferry boat moved across the water slowly. The shore was in sight. Mists and adventure beckoned as the traveling party descended into the dinghy, but suddenly a gnarly mutant gator emerges and changes everything. Interesting. Any reasoning why?
I want to see what happens next because it changes everything.
Doing the classic, picking the movie you would want to watch. I mean, it can't hurt. It can't hurt. And last but not least, Darwin. What do you? Are you confident about getting on the board this round? And are you going to do it through the right definition?
It looks like it's going to have to be through the right definition. What does confidence matter right now? But let's put number 3. Put me down for number 3.
Number 3, Steve Irwin mistakes some CIA agents for poachers and sets out to stop them from capturing a wily croc, which, unbeknownst to him, has swallowed a tracking drone. That's, I mean, I would watch that movie. That seems.
I'm just here for the good times, Tom.
There you go. And if there's not a good time about Steve Irwin and the CIA going through a swamp together looking for a croc, I don't know what is.
You know?
Yeah. I'm with you.
So I want to know about I'm here for the tracking drone. How does that even work?
It's an oddly specific plot for sure. Let's see. Honorable mentions. Darwin, a crocodile hunter, finds himself thrust into the wild world of demolition derbies in rural Louisiana. What could go wrong? Justin writing, in a world where zoos are overrun by noisy American tourists, the crocodile hunter calls on his friend Crocodile Dundee to help them save Sydney's beloved National Zoo. Some votes. Tasha writing, in this American-made movie, Bill, the crocodile hunter navigates an epic tale about 2 crocodile families. Getting Justin's vote. Baggins writing a very poetic, the ferry boat moved across the water slowly. The shore was in sight. Mists and adventure beckoned as the traveling party descended into the dinghy, but suddenly a gnarly mutant gator emerges and changes everything, which is the movie that Mark My Word wants to see. Meanwhile, Mark My Word getting quick revenge. A movie about a group of South American hunters looking for a crocodile skins that was caught in a smuggling war with another group, later on discovering a terrorist act unfolding, which got Baggins and Tasha's vote as the movies they wanted to see. But there's only one person that's going to be able to watch the movie they want to see, and that is Darwin, with Steve Irwin mistakes some CIA agents for poachers and sets out to stop them from capturing the wily croc, which, unbeknownst to him, has swallowed a tracking drone. And let's see if this... You guys hear the sound on that? Or is that... It doesn't really matter.
I don't hear the lion.
There he is.
So if you can hear, right? Or you can't?
No, we can't.
Oh.
But the visuals,
he's talking he's talking about the lion. He's like, this is a Hollywood lion. It's safe. It's a funny bit, I guess. I don't know. That was the trailer. Yeah. No, it's highly recommended, I guess. Maybe not. I actually didn't look up the ratings on it on Rotten Tomatoes. But notwithstanding,
you and I, Justin, 1 pointers. 1 point. We're 1 pointers. We're 1 pointers.
Technically, Justin has 4 points because of the technical difficulties. So
let's stay in the moment.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. If you want to look at the current scoreboard itself, yes. But yeah, so let me do the math here. Let's see. Baggins, Mark My Word, got 2. Darwin got 1. Baggins got 1. Tasha got 1.
I think the
Justin
bottom
got
is
0.
Tom, if you go to the bottom, it's live. That's a live score. And if you add 3 to Justin, 1 to Tasha, and 1 to me, that should do it.
All right. Well, that's yeah. I appreciate that. That's so yeah, here we go. Justin and Baggins are tied with 4. Tasha with 3, Mark My Word with 3, and then Darwin with 1. So yeah, I don't know. That's so good work all around. Everybody's on the board. There's only one way to find out who's going to be on top of the finale, and that's by pressing this button. And the computer gave it to Baggins. Mary Hayes does not mean lost to history. This librarian was Melvin Dewey's unattributed collaborator for inventing the Dewey Decimal System. But honestly, this is the best part about having all the power is I actually have the power to pick the winner. And between Baggins and Justin, I'm going to pick Justin. I'm sorry, Baggins. Justin really, I mean, he had a strong first round there. And just take us through what you thought through the first 3 rounds here, Justin.
Oh, and I'm still in shock. The turn of events there, Tom. I don't know. I think I just got lucky in the first round, guys. And I'm just like you. I got lucky because as you saw in the final round, I put up a nice solid goose egg, which, as Tom knows from previous games, is kind of my normal. You usually pull goose eggs. So I got lucky today. Thank you.
You know, every now and again, a blind squirrel finds a nut. Right you are. But also personally, I enjoyed that Steve Irwin definition the most of him teaming up with the Crocodile Dundee, saving the National Zoo from America. Yeah, I would have voted for that if I could. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Baggins, another solid round from you. How are you feeling right now?
It's dizzying when you absorb into the creative space of this game. It's like, it's a total reset. I'm trying to get my head around what was real and what was a hoax. Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And then let's see, Mark and Tasha both ended up with 3. So first I'll ask Tasha, strong round. You know, last time you came out here, you had a 0 on the board coming into today. So you were able to shake it off and really capitalize on the moment. What do you attribute that to?
A good breakfast.
A good breakfast.
Had a really nice breakfast this morning. Yeah.
What did you have, if you don't mind sharing it with the nation?
Eggs and toast, fresh made, just awesome, to be honest.
Boom. Eggs and toast equals a productive round for Tasha. Mark my word, you got off to a slow start today and then really picked up steam in the end here. Why did it take a couple rounds for you to get your feet under you, and do you think you'll be able to carry that momentum moving forward?
You know what? I don't know. I just felt like you should take your time to really explore and understand yourself. So this whole thing is life-changing, man. I felt like over time, I realized who I am. I was able to pick it up and just go from there, and I came out stronger. That's what's important in life.
Wow. That's wise words.
Wow.
Wise words from Mark My Word. Very poetic. Mark my words, if you will. And let's see. So I'm gonna pull up the current scoreboard. I'm doing this it's all at once. So let's see. Sackville Baggins has now reached the penultimate spot, which is tied in first place. Tim Avatar dropping to 3rd. Let's see. Justin coming in strong. He's now going to be in 4th overall. Let's see. And then Tasha and Mark My Word will be in, tied for 5th. Followed by Darwin and Tasha's wife, rounding it up with one apiece. But as you can tell, just anything can happen, Darwin. You can come back in here next round and clean up.
I'm not dissuaded by my present placement on the leaderboard.
Good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm sure the tone of your voice matches the excitement you have moving forward to the next round. So, anyways, folks, that wraps up another Word Hoax public tournament. Please join us again tomorrow. Same great time, same great place. Justin will be in contact on how to get you this lovely IOU NFT into your wallet. And yeah, anytime.
It's beautiful.
So honestly, it's one of a kind. You're not going to find any other NFTs out there quite like that one. Well, yeah, right. Maybe. I don't know. You might.
Maybe.
All right. So unfortunately for all the production that I had at the beginning of the show, I actually don't have an exit. So I'm just going to slowly move over here and turn off the live.